Hello, everybody. Good morning. For some people, good afternoon. For some people, good night, good evening. Good morning, Saya. All right. So welcome to our Power to Change talk series. Today we will have a special guest, which is also one of my dear friends. She's from Japan, but then no more introduction. I'll let her introduce herself, but later I'll introduce a little bit more. But before we start this talk series, I'd like to talk more about why we are doing this and our agenda. So our special guest is from Japan, Kyoto. So I additionally add the time here, Japan time and Taiwan time here, so that for people who are from Japan, you get to know the agenda here. So agenda today is mainly talk about aside from the speaker presentation, Saya's presentation, we would like to also talk about why we want to do this talk series and sort of introduce what is Power to Change. And after that, we'll have our special guest, Saya, to present her sharing. After that, we'll have an interaction between me and Saya. And we will have Q&A, and finally we have a call to action. Okay, so before I share why we are doing this, I would like to introduce myself. I am Christina. I'm from Malaysia, currently in Taiwan. I'm working as research assistant. So I'm also one of the volunteers, head volunteers for Power to Change. So initially we have this idea about organizing Power to Change talk series last year around this time. We were thinking we want to find our own purpose as Power to Change volunteer as well. And it's also important to let other people to find their own purpose as well, because this is an important issue in our generation. And it's not only just learning how to find your goals in the process, but also work hard, enjoy working hard on achieving it. Because after you achieve your goals, you'll feel accomplished. So this is our motivation to create this talk series, to let more people know, to let more people to hear some inspiring stories like Saya's have today, to reflect on our own and to renew our purpose, or to find our purpose again in our life. So this talk series is organized by Power to Change. We use Power to Change platform to organize this talk series. So this Power to Change is initiated by DOMI DOMI is a social enterprise who use the power of business to do good in the society in Taiwan. And right now, we able to establish partnerships with Japan, with Thailand, and with Paraguay, so that they can also do good, use the power of business to do good in a respective country. So I'd like to talk we'd like to share what we have done as student ambassadors in the past events. So because student ambassadors, we are all students. So we organize school speeches, no matter online or offline. We do events together. We go to class and present what is Power to Change, and let the people know about this concept. Let the people know that we all have our own power to change. We all have our own power to change something in our society, in our life. And also we also do booth promotion all over Taiwan. We set up booth in our schools to let people know during the event day, something like that. And aside from that, we also joined the Taiwan National Cleanup this year. So because we have teams from every region, from east, from south, from north. So we get to, recruit people up, gather people around to go clean up for one day, one morning. And for the past, I think how many already? we have been doing this since January this year, and I forgot to count what is Saya on the series now. I think it's at least 20 now. So we thank you for your support for the past months, from our first poster, which is you can see on the upper left side, until the latest one, which is the lower right side, lower right corner. But definitely we have a few more as well. So I think Saya is number 20. Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to introduce Ms. Saya Yukimoto. She is the co-founder and CEO of GLOCAL Center. So I think I don't want to, spoil so much alert, give you so much spoilers here. I'll let Saya to introduce herself more about what she does, about what is GLOCAL Center, and why she joined GLOCAL Center, or why she, found GLOCAL Center, and what she's gonna do in the future. Okay, all right then, Saya, over to you.
Thank you, Christina. And hi, everyone. Thank you for coming, and I'm very appreciate having this opportunity. And I'm a bit nervous, but right now getting excited. Yes. And I'm gonna share my slide.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm really glad to have this opportunity, and I'm so happy to connect you guys in the world and introduce what we do and share my story. Hope you enjoy. Yes. And first, this picture represents to my life. This is my situation right now. So many things to do, and one thing done, then right after that, 2 or 3 things coming. But I'm always excited for new things and super curious and love art, food, beer, and traveling and adventure. Yes. And maybe you love travel as well. I've been visit 100 cities in 30 countries. I miss travel and miss my friends. And I love Taiwan, and already 5-6 times visit in Taipei, and yeah, mainly Taipei, but I love to adventure another cities. Yes. And also this is what I'm thinking, this kind of question I have. So how can I cultivate diversity in Japanese society? And how can I build better team? And how can we measure impact? So I'm really curious, what is your question? Please tell me. Yes, everything starts from question. So this is who I am. And Christina introduced me as a CEO, but thank you, Christina. But CEO is just one of my identity, and I'm just human. And I love beer, so be a lover. This is more important. Maybe you can please remember I'm beer lover. And as a CEO, 2 years before I become CEO of GLOCAL Center. GLOCAL Center established in 2012, so almost 10 years. And yeah, this 2 years struggling a lot. Later, I'm gonna share my story. And I'm a social entrepreneur, passionate about bringing fresh air, visiting another countries. I see so many beautiful people and feel different culture. So I try to bring fresh air to Japanese society with young people and friends in the world. Yes. And simply I put this picture first of why we do GLOCAL. this is the starting point. And does anyone knows what this is? Angie, Angie, you know what this is?
I don't know.
Yeah. And you excited with this?
Because everyone looks the same, right? So
Yes.
it's kind of lack of diversity, I guess.
Yes, that's the point, what I wanted to say. And actually, this is the way we do job hunting in Japan. Very shocking. And I was really scared. And as you said, all look same and wearing same suits. And even the back, they by the same way. And I couldn't stand it. And I wanted to change this. And, you know, Japanese education system doesn't allow young people to think, encourage to think. So we are very good at following the rules. So the job hunting way, so this is a rule. Okay, then we do. But, you know, I love traveling and I see so many people have different backgrounds and many standards. Then I realized this is not right. Yeah. So I was really scared. And again, this is happening. Afterwards, this happened. When people doesn't think lack of diversity. Yes, this is CEO conference. And 10 years before, I joined as a student, but still like this. So me and Hira, next to me, Hira is my colleague. We try to bring, you know, fresh air. Yes, and some of them very, very nice, open-minded. And next to me, he is previous CEO of GLOCAL. So yeah, very nice people. Still exist nice people, but all look same. And this is my question, like how can young people have hope to a society lacking of diversity? And with this is happening right now. This is a man wearing SDGs badge and hey, I'm working on this. And example, then he cannot tell. How can young people have hope with surface level change? So everyone, you know, disappointed. But there are what I really want to change, these photos. So we create society, young people can have hope. So GLOCAL Center, our value is the global is a key. The think global, act local, bring fresh air to Japanese society and encourage people to be interested in what's going on in the world and global topic, international topics. Then act local, start from Kyoto. Then how do we think global and act local? It's first I try to get involved all Kyoto stakeholders, business associates and boring CEO conference. I'm struggling a lot, but I try to find someone who understand what we try to do and bring fresh air to company and society in Kyoto. And the key is diversity and collaboration. Not only students, business people also need to meet people who have background, who have different background. So under pandemic, we cannot travel easily like before, but we can create and cultivate diversity even in the classroom and in the company like this, collaborate with young associates. And student side, learning by doing, and business side, learning by teaching. and connect them together. Pure question, and what diversity means, and what SDG is, why we work like this. So start from question, pure question. We connect them together, project, work on project. And example are like so far 250 projects so far, 10 years collaborating with local companies. And we encourage almost 3,000 thinkers, students, I mean, including international students. And I pick up one example. I love beer, I love alcohol, so I pick up sake brewing one. And recently, sake alcohol consumption is getting decreased, and their industry worrying about for future. We need to, shift and update our business model. And young people, cannot go drinking, even they never tried sake. So they ask us, GLOCAL Center, hey, how can we approach to young associates, and how can make them to be interested in sake? Because I don't know, your image of sake is really strong, and old people love. Yeah. My image was like that before. I love sake. Sorry, I really love sake. Yes, I can send you recommend if you want. And so students and business, their employee made up team and talk about the new type of sake, like non-alcohol, and flavor, sake flavor, like matcha tea flavor and peach flavor, like that. Then this kind of project we built over 250, and we create diversity in the Japanese context. Yes. Also, SDG learning workshop with students, high school students and university students and business people also can join here. And this is very interesting. Sorry, it's written in Japanese, but invite international students, and we talk about very unique style Japanese job hunting, like interesting job hunting system. We struggling a lot, but they are more, why they do this, force us to do this, like that. Then we deliver their voice to a company in Kyoto, got them thinking and try to update. And also this was really excited program. It's for high school students, and invite drag queen as a guest. Yes. And normally we can meet them in the club only midnight, right? And high school students, teenagers are not allowed to go clubbing, and also now not allowed to go overseas easily. They have no chance to meet people who have different background. Then, I won't give up. Why don't we make it happen in the classroom? Yes. So under pandemic, it's very important to meet colorful people who have different backgrounds. So this is, university students' idea and my team's idea. I never come up with this is happen program for high school students. but it was really, really fun. And in the middle, he is intern in GLOCAL Center. Yes. And this is a recent topics of project. And high school students and college student and business and the society. And you can see similarity, like poverty and climate change and work style. Everyone has a similar question, very close. So no need to, separate. That's why we collaborate. So we provide program for university and high school. And for the society, we build program employee education as the employee education. And also, this is global activities, including Christina. Yeah, I'm taking action with wonderful people, especially climate change and poverty problem. Yes, and this is the situation in Japan. 1 in 7 is relative poverty. I didn't know before start this project. So right now, students in Thailand, Taiwan, in Japan exchange their research and what they thought. It's really meaningful, especially under pandemic. And like climate change and poverty, it's different each context and each country. So this is Japanese society, Japanese problem, and we try to focus on student poverty under pandemic. And this is the impact we made so far. And start from update education system 10 years before. So with Ministry of Education, then collaborating with local business in Kyoto. But right now, I'd love to expand this model to Japan and of course in the world, maybe start from Asia. And this is the last slide. And this is happening right now, like this statement of Lego, seeing children as builders of future. I think in Japan, we need this. So everyone recognize student and children, we need to teach, but no, we can learn from them. And they are leading the society, and they are the builder of future. I believe that. And any individual can make change and impact. So I do respect my students and my team, and they are so beautiful, even anonymous people. And I feel that like Japanese students, they tend to think there is a value, people who where people belongs to, like major company or CEO or president titles, but I don't judge by the titles. What the matter is what they do and what they talk. So I always telling students this, any individual can make a change and impact. And some companies in Tokyo invite high school student as a chief future officer. It's great. So I hope in this 3 years, maybe it takes more, but I'd love to change like this. I want to make new standards with students. Yes. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Yay, nice. Thank you, Saya.
Thank
When
you.
I've been talking to you for the past 2 weeks about this presentation,
Mhm.
and every time I hear your story, I always get I'm sorry. Oh, Corey is here. Oh, look at that. Corey is wearing bathrobe. Having
Sorry, I'm in a
vacation.
swimming pool, but I have to be in this. I need to listen to this speech.
You
so
having beer right now?
I'm looking for sake right now.
Okay.
Okay, good to have you, Corey.
Thank
Good
you.
to have
It's
you.
Thank
honored to listen to this speech. Thank you, Saya.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on. Next will be our host and the speaker interaction section. So I have some. I was listening to you. I have some questions written down, and I would like to ask you. So
Okay.
of course, if you have questions for me, you can also
Mhm.
ask me as well.
Mhm.
Regarding because well, by looking at your slides here,
Yeah.
you're doing such a good job.
Thank you.
Working with students and working with local companies. So I'd like to ask, because I've never been to Japan, and to Japan I only know about sake and sakura, and I mean not much. Sushi and Japanese food. That's it. So I would like to know more about the student situation there,
Mhm.
because you say the student they don't think. How come they don't think? That's the first question, and the second question is what kind of method do you approach the students to be more open-minded
Mm,
or to be more open to learning new things? What
mm.
kind of method do you use? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Like first one, why students don't think is education system is never updated. Like teacher, students are just waiting the answers, and they just ask to teacher, this is right or wrong. They are really afraid of making mistake because society and parents and teacher telling them don't make a mistake. This is the problem in Japan. So they don't wanna make mistake. They're afraid of mistake and failure. It's bad thing they recognize. So they don't wanna think. That's that's not their fault. That's the society and education systems problem, I think. So I try to update. Making mistake is, it's really fun, kind of fun. It's learning process. Without making mistake, you cannot learn anything. At least 5 mistakes I make a day. I telling them, then okay, then 1 or 2 I try first. They start open their mind. They get to know each other. Yes, so yeah, so we need to cultivate culture. Failure and making mistake is not bad thing. That's the learning process. Yes, that's what I do. Yes.
Nice. Then, so when you, how do you cultivate this kind of culture? Is it by organizing workshop with the students, let them learn, is it how it goes?
Yeah, so like I show you the pictures, we invite guests and normally guests wanna show their brilliant part. Like I do this, I'm so perfect like that. But I ask them to tell and show students fail what's the biggest mistake you made before. Yeah. So the students relax. Oh, CEO is not perfect, and I can be in near future maybe, and everyone can make mistake like that. So yeah, they need role models and learn from them how to make mistake and how to learn.
Okay. That brings me to the next question, because just now you show a slide that you and Hela are the only female in the sea of men, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So many men there.
Yeah.
So, and how often do you meet female CEO in Japan then? Do you able to meet any female CEO?
Yeah, actually, no one wanna join this conference. So, but we try to join.
Oh, you mean no female would like to join this kind of conference?
Yeah, no one don't wanna join this conference. So you can see us only 2 of us, but exists. Yes.
Oh,
still
okay.
Yeah, but not many.
I see.
So for students, I participate to this conference, but if I do another kind of business, I skip participate in this conference. So most of them just decide to not go there. Yeah. But getting increased, I think, I feel, and yeah, some friends and great people in Kyoto, female CEOs. Yes.
I see. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah.
And you in one of the slide you say you work with many local companies working on different projects, right? So definitely you're gonna meet the CEO there or some other upper management people there from the local companies, right? So do you face any difficulties working with them? Because you have this open mindset, you want to try new things, you want to know their mistakes. Are they open to let you working like this? Do you face any difficulties?
That's great question, because that's a key. First I ask business side, please, no need to be show you are perfect. That's the first barrier for them, because my president said, make presentation perfect, and no, don't ask student, please teach how brilliant our business is. That's their mindset to attract students. But true attractive is honest, being honest. So open your mind, and you can ask students, even students, the same human. So person to person, please talk. So this is the ground rule. So I'd love to start from pure question. So what do you think? As a person, I always ask business side, not as a CEO or titles, but they always need to wear and care about how they how they feel, how they seen, to be seen. So I just want to focus on their question. What is the attractive company for young students? They can ask them. They recognize they are attractive, like example, good salary and or good workspace or systems. But right now, students, one of my students said how much the company have show empathy to society, not just wearing badge. That's the point they really care. So they ask and learn together. So first barrier is the business side open their mind and learning by teaching and asking, learning by asking. Yes. That's yeah, but it's hard. It takes time. Yeah, it takes time.
It takes time. I see. So, Saya, I have a second last question.
Yeah.
Two more questions. So the first question is, you said GLOCAL Center has been established since 2012. So now it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
So do you see any major difference from 10 years ago and now in terms of anything,
Yeah. Yes, this one of the biggest change is first 5 years we focus on update education system. Only university students, so like in the middle, college students, for 5 years, first 5 years. And also topics are just work style and job hunting system. But right now, high school students, even junior high actually, and business and society and topics, not only work style and poverty and climate change. And these topics connect us to the world. So it helps bring fresh air to Japanese society and culture in the company. Yes, this is the biggest change. And second is intern. We have 6 interns, and without them, I cannot do anything actually. Yes, so I always following them. They lead me, they lead us. And also outsiders, great partners, Christina and Pinchan and Meru, my friends. Yes, friends and my business partner, everyone helping us. So we have just 10 members in GLOCAL, but I don't feel that. That's the biggest change I feel. Yes.
That's amazing. That's an amazing answer. All right. So one last question before I let the floor to ask question. Just now you said the local companies that you work with in the past years, are they all from Kyoto or outside of Kyoto?
Local partners.
Yeah, the local
Yeah,
partners,
mainly in Kyoto. And but some companies in Nara and Kyushu and in Tokyo. So it's this model can do any place. So I'd love to expand, but based in Kyoto, because the 10% of population is students. this is the number is bigger in Tokyo, but the percentage is the number one in Japan.
I see.
Yeah, and that's why
Okay.
everyone cares about students. That's a culture, but they don't know how to, care and how to collaborate. And also like this company, sake company, and this is tea company, Fukujuem. Most of them over 100 years. It's crazy, but it's normal in Kyoto. So companies have long history, exist over 100, I think over 1,400. I'm very bad at numbers, but I guess that's the number one in the world, I think, yeah. So very special place, Kyoto, in Kyoto. That's why I start from here. Because I don't know anything about Kyoto when I was university student. I am very outgoing person, so I love traveling, and I skip my class, then just go overseas and meet new people. But I realized after graduate, wait, Kyoto, there are so many great companies, but I didn't know what. Yeah, that's also my story, and important part. I'd love to show them students while they are learning, not after start job hunting, because job hunting system is this. They cannot open their mind, and very surface communication you can imagine. So we need to cultivate this. So first grade and high school student can join and just talking, but they learning a lot. Yes, that's what we're doing.
Well, it's amazing to see that initially you guys only target or aim the university students, and now you aim much younger generation.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes change has to start from the young age.
Yeah.
So the change can be
that's
bigger.
really interesting. They are digital native, junior high and high school student, and they use Line and Instagram, but over 60, they love making phone call. They run each other. We want to use this, but they just how. And start from that topic we talk. Yes.
Right. Thank you, Saya, for the questions. For the
Thank you for
answers. So
asking. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next session, which is the Q&A session that we open questions from people on the floor.
Yes. Tell me the question, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any questions, feel free to open your camera, unmute yourself, and
chatting
ask questions.
also. Yes. I'm so happy.
All right, Pin Yu Chen. Okay, Pin Yu has something to ask.
I have a question because I think Saya-chan has been a CEO for 2 years or more. What have you learned during this process becoming a CEO? Because before that, I think you've never been a CEO like that. So what kind of thing have you learned during this process? And yeah, I want to know the balance between leadership and management.
Yeah, thank you, Pin-chan. This is the my biggest question right now. It's really difficult to take a balance management and taking leadership. And I don't even know what management is actually, because I told you, like, I'm very bad at calculate, and I've never experienced as a CEO so far. But what I learned is, this is my strong point. I'm not perfect. That's why so many people helping me. You know, if I can do perfectly taking balance, leadership and management and another things, I think I can do by myself. Thank you. Bye, like this. But I know I can't. It means it means not, I don't want to make effort. I always try to understand, but I realize I don't know anything. That's why I always ask the help to others. Yes, so not only members, even students, I said, hey, please help. It's before I was, you know, embarrassed. I thought it's embarrassing, ask some help to others. But right now I realize that's my strong point, and that's what I learned. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think it's really inspiring because I'm also from Taiwan, and the society in Taiwan is somehow similar to the society in Japan. So before meeting you, the leaders, the concept of leaders to me is like someone who is a manager or a CEO, like it's really this is really far away from me. And then I couldn't imagine what leaders are actually. But after meeting you, I feel like there are a lot of styles of leaders, and you're also one of my role models.
Oh,
So thank you so much for sharing
thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very happy to hear that. And yeah, especially leadership image also changed. Maybe I wanna ask another person, what's the image of leaders? Yeah, Christina and yeah, Corey and Matt, everyone, what's the image of leader of you?
You mean what's the image? What do I imagine about leadership, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess mainly for myself, being a leader is not like a boss. It's totally different thing. That is totally different thing. I mean, for like what Pin you just now mentioned is that, yeah, I mean, Saya, you are a leader, but it doesn't, you don't
Doesn't
behave
look
like a
like
leader. You
leader,
behave,
right?
yeah, you behave like a friend, and you know, silently guide other people, secretly guide other people without even knowing. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah. So that's why I agree with Ping Yu here. The leadership it comes in different style. It comes in different style.
Yeah.
So Matt say, all right. So Matt, because you call out Matt, I think Matt is not able to voice out now, but I can read his message. It's like, just what you're doing, finding a passion, following it, and doing your best to inspires others to do the same.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
Wow.
Matt. All right.
And
Yeah.
how about Andy? What's the image of leadership?
I think being a leader is trying to be a good listener. try to
Oh.
listen to some voice that never heard before. So
Yeah.
I think this is a strong part that I highly emphasize on.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for your sharing. And yeah, about leadership, I actually prepared one slide. Let me share. Yes, not only this, like leading team perfectly, and normally, Japanese students have stereotypes like leaders should lead the team perfectly, and they can do anything by themselves. But I believe there are many different styles, and I learned it. And communicating and caring, showing empathy, and Angie said listening and adventuring. And so, yeah, everyone has, I believe that everyone has, can show own styles, find own styles. And as I mentioned, Lego's statement, student and children as a future of builder. So it means anyone can be leader, even no experience, like me. So only one thing I want to emphasize is the positive feedback is very important. That's why positive feedback is important. If the leader stop listening and they believe I'm perfect, then they won't listen others. Then it's not healthy. So I'm always try to get positive feedbacks from members and students, and yeah, from audience like today. And learning together process, it's really important. I think, I believe. Yes. And back to your question. Yes, this is my question. So what is your question?
Yeah. Is there any other questions from you guys? We're open for one last question. Do you guys want me to call out names? Oh, okay, Angel.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for your sharing, Ms. Yukimoto. It's very inspiring. So my question says, students are one of the most important valuable resources and the best hope of the
Please
future.
more talk slowly.
Oh, okay, sorry. Students are one of the most important valuable resources, and the best hope of the future. So how did you convince the corporates or businesses to allow students to be part of the stakeholders? And what other challenges did you face during the process, and how did you address them?
How did you address them? Them is business partner, you mean? Yes. Yes, I first it's really hard there to change their mindset. So I just show they have value, and student is value, and student is the future. So if I explained, but they never experienced with, interact session with students, they cannot realize. So that's why I just bring them to our program or events and workshop or party. It's okay, even party. So theory and my passion is important, but most important thing to get involved these people is action and experience first. So just talk to them, talk with them. Then you realize it. The most of them says, yeah, and now finally understand why you telling me for long time. Yeah, they inspiring, and we can learn from them a lot. because those kind of people only see students with this style, so they cannot imagine what is this the future of our business and our company. No, they just following the rules, and they are too pride, and because you and society force them to do. But I won't tell them. But GLOCAL is different. We try to cultivate another, another community, another style, connect them together. So just put it aside, your stereotype of student. Just trust me, and first you can talk to them. Then they realize it finally. Now I understand. Yes, that's my approach. Yes, but it's hard. Not easy. Yes, thank you for asking.
Okay. All
I have a
right. Thank you,
question.
Angel.
Oh.
Who has a question?
Melinda, I
Is it
can't
Mel?
figure out my video.
Melu.
May I ask a question?
Yeah,
Sure.
So I love what you do with the high school students and introducing them to new experiences that they can't have because they can't leave Japan so easily. And you showed a picture of meeting drag queens.
Yeah.
And I wonder why you chose that group to introduce them to, because you could choose like introducing them to people with different religion or different nationality or different age. But what is it about drag queens that you wanted the students to gain? What was that combination?
Yeah, thank you, Melu. Melu is actually my close friends. I met her in university, and yeah, thank you for coming. And because students want to learn what gender is, what LGBTQ is. That's the students' question, high school students' questions. Then my members and interns said, then, they can ask them drag queens. And normally drag queen is male, not female. But female doing, she is actually 芸大の先生ってなんて言うんだろう。professor in art university. It's interesting, no? So daytime, she worked for art university as a professor, and at night, she changed to drag queen as a female. It's very rare. So this is a topic what junior high school students want to know. Then it's not enough read about textbook, but we couldn't bring them to the clubbing, so I invite them. Yes. Thank you for your question, Meru.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
we can go together. The clubbing.
Oh,
We
I
are
see.
adults, so
Makes
we
me want to
old
know
enough.
about the professor.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah,
can
I
she
will
do?
share with you the link.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Saya, and thank you everybody for providing their thoughts and opinions and questions as well. So we'll move on to the next one. Let me share my screen real quick. All right. Okay. So this is the final part of our session, of our talk series session. It's called call to action. So it will come from Power to Change and also come from GLOCAL to the world. So I would like to invite Saya first. Is there anything you would like to say for your call to action?
Yes.
I believe this is the one that you want to talk about.
Yeah. So my message is be who you needed when you were younger. And I guess all of you already are. So just remind this word and keep it on your mind. And I'd love to say thank you to Pinchan and Christina to support my presentation. Helps me a lot. So just want to say thank you, and thank you for everyone. I'm so happy.
Thank you, Saya.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for call to action. Yes, I think this is quite important about it. For me, I would like to share something about myself too. Because when I was younger, I would like to be a scientist. I would like to invent something to save the world. And now I want to save the environment. So I mean, it's funny how things go. It's like when I was a kid, I watched documentaries. I watched those animal documentaries with my dad, and I want to somehow, in some way, I want to save them because, you know, due to climate change and stuff. That's why from become a scientist now, I would like to, you know, be the person who try to save the environment. Yeah.
Very natural.
So that is a very nice quote for the call to action. Thank you, Saya. And for the call to action from Power to Change is to support our cause. So because right now, one of our projects in Power to Change is about energy prosperity is energy prosperity project. So is by scanning the QR code here, English, you have English version, you have Chinese version. So by scanning the QR code here is to digitalize your paper statements, your bank statements, your telecommunication statements, you know, your what else? Water bills, electricity bills, this kind of statement. So why we are doing this is because when you scan this QR code, when you fill up the form, we can actually have this data to talk to the companies who you agree to change the bills into e-bills, so that we can actually, you know, negotiate with the companies and ask them to save up those expenses, the expenses they save up, to reallocate to go back to DOMI Earth to do something good to the environment, to the people in need. So the Energy Prosperity Project is about, by digitalizing the e-bills, digitalizing the bills, and using the money to help the people in need, especially people who are in energy poverty. So that's why this project is called Energy Prosperity. So we help them to install install the LED light bulbs so that their home can be brighter and their kids can study well, and they can actually, their quality of life can be better through this project. So I'll leave on a couple of seconds for you guys to scan the QR code. And if you already scan it, you can also share this QR code to your friends and family in Taiwan. Right now, aside from that, we also have projects going on, like what Saya said already, because Saya is actually one of the collaborators we work with in Power to Change. So Saya is the Japan representative to work on Power to Change. So we also have from Paraguay and Thailand. So right now we always, you know, look for more student ambassadors, look for more students who would like to, you know, improve themselves or develop their own skill set to be more eligible in work, or more eligible in life, to be more, to find their own purpose in life as well. So by joining us as Power to Change student ambassador, we get to improve ourselves by, you know, learning by doing, like what Saya said, and also learning by sharing as well. So if you are interested to be student ambassador, or you have friends who are still students, or you have brothers or sisters who are still students, or brothers, sisters, friends who are still students, you can ask them to join
Yeah.
us as an ambassador by scanning the QR code. This is the registration form. Okay, so the upcoming event that we have after Miss Saya, we have Miss Alice Hong. She is the CEO of MicroPC. So MicroPC is a company founded in Taiwan, and what they do is they able to invent some cleaning technology to be able to cleaning the ocean using some kind of machine to operate on the ocean, floating around to grab the ocean plastic and use those ocean plastics to invent into something, some other products to sell. So this is what MicroPC is doing. So if they are interested in learning about what they are doing, and also learning about how they come up with this kind of idea and establish a company, so please join us. The session will be also in English, and the time is also the same. It will be on Saturday from 11 to 12 p.m. Taiwan time, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Japan time. Okay, so the QR code there is also for scanning
12
for
12
the registration.
Yeah.
12 p.m. Japan time for you. Yeah. Okay. See you next time at the next talk series. And before we wrap up, I would like to have a group photo. We'll have a Ferdin to help us to do the screenshot.
ありがとう。ピンちゃんもありがとう。コレンもありがとう。Thank you for everyone.
Give me a
Thank
second.
you.
You're happy.
Like this. Okay. Can just 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 you scan, yeah? Okay. Yeah. The IT guy don't have a microphone over there, so I have to do it at the back. All right.
And I'm sorry,
Guys,
the towel is the only thing that I have right now. So we gotta have a
It's
picture
okay.
with towels. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I
No
really
worries,
need
no
to be
worries.
here.
Okay.
Thank you, Saya. It
All
was
right.
amazing.
So
Thank you.
I would like to take one photo, 1 or 2 photos. So we'll post in 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Thank you.
That's it, right? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming, and I'll see
Thank
you guys
you.
next at the
Thank you for
next
the great
talk
questions.
series.
It was amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.